Each week, Stevens Creek Toyota brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, everyone dreads going to the doctor when they're sick, but for a parent taking their newborn, it's even more daunting. For the Ydens, taking their son Jeremy turned into a much bigger issue for the family. Irene and Phil Ydens had just become parents to their second child, Jeremy. Like every newborn, Jeremy had routine doctor visits. One day, sick with a terrible cough, the Ydens took Jeremy to the doctor.
They said, well, Jeremy's going to be fine, but we're concerned about Luke. And they saw that he had bruising and broken blood vessels on his arms and his back.
Thrown for an unexpected twist, the Ydens' oldest son Luke was about to endure the fight of his life. But luckily, the doctors had faith Luke would eventually beat the cancer.
His chances of survival were about 98%. And so we were happy about that, and we knew that we had to go through some rough chemotherapy for that.
He had treatment, he had chemo treatment for about 2 years, and just after that time, he relapsed. And just at the time Daniel was a newborn, had chemo treatment for another 2 years after that, and died when he was 6 years old.
Even though Jeremy was just 4 years old during this tough time, he still remembers a lot of memories throughout Luke's battle, many of which took place in the hospital.
When he was in the hospital, I think that we always had the most fun when our aunts and uncles would come and they'd give us it's the smallest of stuff, but they would give us little latex gloves, and they'd just blow them up and they'd give them to us, and we didn't know what to do with them, so we let go and they would just, go all over the place.
Jeremy and Daniel were best friends. They were inseparable. After Luke died, it was very hard because he was only 4 and he couldn't understand why his brother left and died and didn't discuss it with him.
This tragedy taught Jeremy a valuable lesson: to never take a day for granted and to not sweat the small stuff.
It was pretty amazing how he would go through all this really tough stuff and be able to just always have a positive outlook and never complain about anything, and just really gives me the outlook on people go through really tough stuff all the time, and even when I'm having a bad day, it doesn't compare to what people are going through through illnesses and cancer and stuff. So it really just gives me the type of outlook that even if I'm having a bad day, there's people having worse days than me, and I can really just appreciate what I have.
Now the oldest in the family and big brother to younger brother Daniel, Jeremy felt the need to step up and be an example to his sibling.
When I lost my brother, I was like, he was my best friend and I looked up to him, and for me I think it was important to be a role model and an idol to my brother, so that he can make the right decisions and he can come to me for help whenever he needs to, so that I could help him out whenever I can.
He definitely had the choice of being the role model or just going off on his own, and I definitely respected his choice in leading me and guiding me through life, and setting a work ethic. He's always working hard, and he's just the role model of my life pretty much.
One thing that has always been a constant for Jeremy is the game of baseball. His passion is obvious. He's one of the top recruits in the nation headed to UCLA. The sport, not just a game, but an outlet to release stress.
I just think that Jeremy's a real disciplined kid. He's a real focused individual, and he's always had goals and aspirations, and he's one of those kids that has done a great job of working towards achieving them, and he's done tremendous since he's been here, not just on the field but in the classroom.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited, and it definitely was an outlet for me. Whenever I was stressed out or had any stuff going on in my life, I was able to go out just on the baseball field and for 2 or 3 hours just not forget about everything and be able to play and work hard and just get better at what I wanted to get better at, and it definitely was just something I can go to during the day every day and just have fun.
While the Ydens know Luke is looking down on them from above, Jeremy is grateful for the gift of getting to call Luke his older brother. One thing we did not show you was the amount of support the Ydens give back to the Make-A-Wish and the Leukemia Foundation. Just such a giving, generous family.
Yeah, they're very, very great people. The parents are wonderful, and to give back after all that is really nice of them to do that.
Yeah, truly amazing.
All right, one hit away.